Hello, hello, hello.
Hi.
Hello, lovely listeners. Welcome back to another episode of Girl, You Know It. I thought we were going to do a little harmony thing, but
sorry.
it's okay. We'll get that next time. Next time. For those of you who are joining us for the first time, this is Girl You Know It. This is a podcast that we are doing. We are in season 4. We are really excited. We've had a lot of wonderful guests, and we're excited to bring another episode to you. So Girl You Know It is an offshoot podcast for Black Women Connect Vancouver. Black Women Connect Vancouver is a collective of women and femme who come together to inspire, empower, leverage our strengths, and embrace our diverse experiences. I say that every time. I'm like, ooh, it sounds fancy.
Yes.
It's a community where us folks in Vancouver and the Lower Mainland can build meaningful relationships and celebrate in the beauty of Black womanhood. The podcast is a space where we want to create connection in a different way to talk about our shared experiences, all the good stuff, all the fun stuff, all the bad stuff, all the heavy stuff, and everything in between. And so my name is Elle. I am the Community Engagement and Volunteer Coordinator for Black Women Connect Vancouver. I've been in this role since 2019. It's been over 4 years. Excited. We are the best. We are the best collectively. So I'm one of your co-hosts. I'm going to pass it over to my lovely other co-host, Abby.
Hello. My name is Abby. I am the project coordinator for Black Women Connect Vancouver. And I've been here from the get-go, off and on, but still with it and in it and loving it. And I'm just happy to be here. I love chatting with ladies, everybody who comes on this podcast. It's always so much fun. And the conversations off the cameras are really good too.
I know. We were like, there was some singing going on. And I was like, we got to do it. And we're like, no. It's like, oh. Okay, so we are very, very excited for our guest today. She is on our Black Women Connect Vancouver team. We are so excited to have Akorede. Hey, go Akorede.
This gal.
Yay. Okay, Akorede. So Akorede is one of the interns for Black Women Connect. Tell us a little bit about yourself. Explain yourself in 3 words.
Okay, 3 words. I'm too much though.
I'm too much though.
Okay, that counts.
That kind of counts. That was like a word.
It was point.
Yes.
Point.
And then also, babes, what is your sign? I know your sign, but tell the listeners what your sign is.
Okay, in 3 words, I'm cheerful, loud, and vivacious.
Oh,
vivacious.
Yes,
no 3 words are truer to you.
Yes.
And what is your sign?
My sign, I'm a Leo sun, Aries moon, Leo rising.
Yeah, we had this conversation yesterday. And I was like, you're double Leo.
Yeah.
This makes sense.
Yes, I'm a little bit too much.
You're not too much.
No. I mean that the good way.
Yes.
In the good way.
But too much always kind of implies that you have to tone yourself down. You never have to tone yourself down.
I can't be toned down though.
There you go.
Word.
You heard it here, folks. She cannot be toned down.
So I'm just gonna be smiling into the camera.
Yes, this is your camera. It's all you.
I'm a bit vain.
I love it.
Okay, so for today's episode, we are going to be talking about traveling abroad, because Abby, you've traveled abroad
and lived abroad.
Akorede, you have traveled here for school, and so we just want to get your perspective, your take on it. So maybe the first thing I want to ask you is, what inspired your decision to travel abroad? How difficult was it for you to make that decision to leave home?
Okay, it wasn't really hard.
You were like, bye.
There was a pause.
It is my time.
It wasn't really hard. I come from Nigeria, which is amazing.
Yeah.
But sucks just as amazing as it is.
Okay.
So every Nigerian has this dream to leave.
Ooh.
So it wasn't really hard. Basically, it wasn't that hard, and you never stop being Nigerian. You never stop missing home. So
Totally.
it's not that hard moving or leaving. It's hard being here and constantly missing home. But the leaving part is not hard. Like, of course, you cry, you think about how you're leaving everyone you know, your loved ones, but
you always knew that you were going to travel abroad. You were going to go somewhere.
Yes, 100%. Yes.
It was like
No, that was always the plan, but the act of doing it is hard.
Yeah.
But never, like, the decision was very easy for me to make.
What made you decide Vancouver or Canada?
Okay. I did my bachelor's in Cyprus, and I liked the Mediterranean. It was very sunny. I was like, okay, let me try somewhere cold.
Okay.
Wait, time out. You went from warm, and you said, I want to go somewhere cold. Yeah. Okay.
That's us people out here.
Ask the question.
We are the ones that want to travel away from this cold constantly, and you're like,
let me try
it. Yeah, I was like, hey, let me try somewhere cold. I always thought I liked cold weather, but I actually don't like cold weather.
I know you now.
So I was like, oh, let me try somewhere cold. And I was like, I'm definitely not going to the US, like, for no reason.
Yeah.
So I was like, let me try Canada. And I was like, Toronto, no. There are too many people there.
Yeah.
There are too many black people there. Like, no.
Oh.
Really? That was your decision? You were like, no?
I cannot move to Toronto.
No?
No.
Well, okay, what do you mean? Like, what about there being too many black people there that was like, I just can't do it?
No, it's not that great to me. Like,
so you've been to Toronto before?
I've not been there, but I don't want to go there. Like, I want to visit, but not live there.
Okay.
It doesn't seem all that great to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Toronto was no, and I wanted to go to like the major cities in Vancouver because I've always heard that Vancouver can be Canada can be very depressing, and I was like, I cannot be depressed when I when I come to another man's land. So I was like, okay, let me come. It's like the major cities, and it was like, you know, Toronto, Montreal, and Vancouver. So I was like, Montreal, I'm not learning French. I don't like the French. I'm not speaking French. So Vancouver was the next.
So Vancouver was the next best city.
People from Toronto, we love you. People from Montreal, we love you. It's totally true. I get that. I get that.
No, it's a choice.
It's a choice.
And also to live, like you said, and because like BC, we have all types of climate. You will get that cold, and you will get that rain, and you will get that warm.
Yes.
So I wanted to experience all of that.
Yeah.
And Toronto was just
too city, too busy.
Yeah. Like the fact that like I might run into Drake.
Okay. Those like negative connotations of Toronto men. And
I'm like, no.
Yeah. You're like, no, thank you.
Like, okay, Vancouver seems nice. It seems good enough. And they're like, oh, it's the warmest city in Canada. I was like, okay, let's try it out.
And so far,
it's raining.
It's big business.
Yes, it's colder than you expect. It's always raining. It's always gloomy, and it's like, what's going on?
Okay, but like, how long have you been here, Akorede?
It's going to be a year. Like next month.
Next month will be a year.
Yeah, April. Yeah.
So did you come? When did you come? What month did you come?
April.
In April. So you have experienced
the warmth.
A summer.
Yes, and the summer was great.
Beautiful.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, it really is beautiful, BC.
Yes.
And that's actually kind of what sticks in people's minds. They come visit in the summer and they're like, I'm going to move here. I'm like, wait. Come back in October or November, come back in January, and then in April, because it's a lot.
The summer fools you because you come in the summer and it's so beautiful and like your eyes hurt, but then the winter comes and you're like, why am I here? Like, what decision brought me here?
Seasonal depression, right?
Yeah,
hit. But think, summer is coming.
Yes,
summer is just here.
All my plans are literally revolving around summer.
And
that's it. That's what Vancouver's about.
See, that means you wait, you do your studying, you do your things, and then summer comes. You get to enjoy.
Yes.
And that's actually the mark of a true Vancouverite.
Yes.
When you make your plans around the summer. Okay, so you came to Vancouver. Why did you come to Vancouver though? Like, you were in school. So like, what are you going to school for?
Okay, I'm doing my master's in public policy and administration. And I chose policy because I already have like a background in law, but law is not it though.
You tried it, you're like, no.
And I did my undergrad in international relations, and I was like, I like this, but I still don't want to get into politics or anything there. So I was like, okay, what's the next option? And it was policy. So I looked for like schools that did policy in Canada and in Vancouver, like I chose the country, then the city, then the schools.
Okay.
That's a really interesting way to do it.
Yes. So I didn't just pick the course and like just pick the random school.
Yeah.
I wanted a specific place because I was more specific of where I was going to live than what course I was going to do basically, or what school I was going to go to.
Yeah.
So I go to Adler University and I really enjoy it, and I like policy. It's not necessarily making law. We are not making laws, but we're making like the small things.
Yeah.
And I really do enjoy that.
I love that. So I don't know if you know this, but I have a master's in public health, and then my like specialization is in social policy. So I didn't know this about you. I'm learning stuff about you. We're gonna be talking together afterwards.
It's really nice. It's nicer than I expected.
Okay. And then how much longer do you have?
I have a whole year.
Okay.
Left. It's a lot.
Wow.
Don't worry, it'll go by fast.
It will.
Hasn't this year gone by fast for you, wouldn't you say? Maybe not the winter. Let me ask you again in summer.
Okay, yes. The summer went by quick though.
Yeah, too quick. Too quick.
It started getting cold so fast.
Yeah.
That's true.
What? Okay, so, you had said that, like, as you are Nigerian, the aspiration is to leave and to go somewhere. What did your family think about you going to Canada specifically?
My dad picked Canada.
Okay.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
My dad picked Canada. My mom was like, "Oh, do you want to go to the UK?" I was like, "There are lots of Nigerians in the UK. I don't want to be another Nigerian in the UK."
Yeah.
And it was like US, because we have like vacationed in the US.
Yeah.
And I was like, I like it, but only for vacations. I cannot live there and be like scared of guns.
Yeah.
So Canada, and he was like, yeah, come to Canada. I know of people who have moved there and they've liked it. So he picked Canada, and I was like, yeah, that doesn't sound bad. I've always wanted to come here. Justin Bieber is from here, like
Justin Bieber
and Shawn Mendes. So yeah, I was like, okay,
why not?
They had cute boys from here. Let me come see them. And
has that been proven true?
As
now that you've had a year here, have you been seeing those cute boys? You been seeing those cute boys?
No comments. Zero comments.
I'm trying to read if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
It's a bad thing.
Okay, it's a bad thing.
No cute boys. Okay.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
I know that you said that you went to Cyprus.
Yes.
So you do like 4 years?
It was 3 years, but yeah, I did 3. But yeah, I did Cyprus, and it was beautiful.
Yeah.
So, oh my gosh, I miss it.
She's gonna cry.
It was so beautiful, and it's always so sunny, and it barely rained. So like when I came here, like I was like how much it keeps on raining. I'm like, that's so weird. It barely rains there, and even if it rains, like light showers. And you come here and it's constantly raining, and it's so pretty there. And like there are a lot of Nigerians there. Apparently, everybody's in Cyprus for some reason.
That is so wild.
Yeah, the education is cheaper there.
Okay.
So like a lot of people just move there to study.
I had no idea.
They leave immediately, and it's really nice.
Okay.
It's really nice.
Okay. Now I'm gonna ask you a question, Abby, because you also did some traveling, and you went abroad to a place that I would never expect. Wait, she gonna tell you
into the microphone. Sounds very
tell us about that time.
I went abroad. I'm pretty sure I've talked about this in whatever season or I've talked about this, but I moved to China. And I lived. Yeah, you didn't know.
That's why I want to see Akorede's face with eyes.
I lived in China for a bit, right before the pandemic happened.
China.
Yeah, I was teaching. I
just wanted that. I really just wanted the reaction.
The authentic reaction. Yes, I wanted to travel abroad and to teach abroad and have my own experience. And so I was looking at Asia because I'm like, I've never been to Asia, and that would always be a cool experience. I wanted to go to Korea, but the program that I got accepted to or where I got hired was in China. So I was like, you know what, let me just go try it. And so I did.
Yeah.
China.
Yes.
I'm still stuck on that.
Yes, China. I lived there for a bit and I taught and I worked and I was able to collect some good coin and make like amazing friendships there. So my time there was great. And it was also just like a learning experience how to live on your own in a completely different country where not everybody speaks English and kind of being able to like stumble your way through.
Yeah.
Like, even just like making a bank account, going to a doctor, like all of those things, finding your own gym, dealing with like disputes or something like that. It was definitely a learning experience, and to see my just like my tenacity and like my bravery and that I could do it.
You did it, girl. You did it.
I did it. It was hard, but it was so good and rewarding. And I wish I did have more time there, but you know.
Because you came home because of the pandemic.
I was forced to come home.
Yeah.
So what happened was I was out there, and me and my now husband, but we were like, because I was dating somebody at the time, and we had been together for a really long time. And so we made this decision, because I always told him I need to leave and travel abroad and go experience life. But if we can make this work, let's make it work. And he was so good and easy about it, which I'm really thankful for. But the plan was that we have to see each other twice within the year, like physically see each other. And so we used this opportunity to go travel somewhere and meet in the middle. And the middle was Thailand. And so we met in Thailand during... I know. I still have the video of us first seeing each other, and I always remember it. I was like,
that's so cute.
love. But yeah, so we met in Thailand, and then the pandemic hit Asia, and everywhere was like closing down. The borders closed down. So I went and traveled to China, and I was staying there for like enjoying Thailand, and a few friends went with me, but they had left like a day or two before me, and they got back home and to their city, and then it shut down, and I couldn't go back into China. Oh, wow. And so I had to make that decision. Do I wait to see if this passes over here in Thailand, or do I go all the way back home to Canada, where my home is and like my family? And the best decision was to fly home. So I flew home with my bikinis and whatever.
Yeah, because all your stuff was in.
All my stuff was there, like my laptop, my clothes, my like everything, and it's still there.
I was just gonna ask you. 4
years later.
Ah!
4 years. Yes, it is. But I'm really lucky. I have a really good friend out there. Shout out to Joe Bell, who's still in China, completing his master's right now, and teaching. But he's like kept my stuff this whole entire time.
That is so kind of him. Wow.
Joe Bell is a real one. Yes, shout out to him. Great
the way that you told it, story is like, wait a second, you're not gonna get your stuff back. No, when are you gonna get your stuff?
I'm gonna get my stuff. Like I have some like really cute bags that I bought, like my fake, all my cute things that I still have there. It's gonna come back to me, at some point, because I have plans to go back to China. I didn't get to explore the way I wanted to. I really wanted to explore, and I didn't get to. Yeah. So this is forcing me.
You'll have to go back.
I have to go back.
You and Curtis will make the trip.
We will.
Yeah.
We will.
China.
That's going to be a great soundbite. Just China.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but it was good. It was good.
How was the food?
The food. So.
Wait.
I found good places to eat.
Okay.
Fresh dumplings, like seeing dumplings being made. Like I had to also recondition myself, because Western mindset. Yeah. Chinese food out here is not Chinese food in China. Not. It's like completely different.
Yeah. So no orange chicken?
No, none of that stuff. Instead,
that's westernized version for us.
It's so westernized, and it was a real slap in the face when I see like duck heads and feet and other things that I was just like not used to. But it also opened up my palate, and I learned to love a lot of different food. But yeah. And I found my places. I found like some restaurants around where I lived that they would like cook me stuff that I like. They're really sweet people. Like actually there's some people out there that are just like, you can find some really genuine and nice people wherever you travel to if you just, look for it.
If you look, yeah.
But it was a time. It was an experience. But enough about me.
You could go
enough about me.
I just love hearing about people's travel stories, because I'm going to Colombia, hopefully the next year. I'm going to go by myself. Yes. I'm trying to, do that solo traveling. But that doesn't feel the same as like picking up and like kind of moving your life. Do you know what I mean? Like you said, like the little things that you have to do in order to like adult in that space. So like what has been the biggest, I don't know, culture shock for you, Akorede, moving from Nigeria to here?
Or even to Cyprus, like living in Cyprus.
Yes, either way,
too.
yeah.
Okay. For Cyprus, the people were really kind. Very kind and very trusting.
Oh.
Like, they would leave stuff out. Like, over the day, they didn't care. Like, because people never stole. So, I'm coming where I'm from. You don't leave things out.
Yeah.
Like, everyone's, like, always paying attention. But, like, they were very kind, very trusting. Like, if you don't have, like, enough change, they'll be like, oh, just come back. It's fine.
Wow.
And I'm like, I'm a stranger. You cannot just tell me it's fine. And I can kind of, like, yeah, people are nice. People are somewhat friendly. Like, I've had a very, very, like, decent time, like, making friends here. And culture shock, I wouldn't say I've experienced, like, that much of a culture shock here, though. Because, like, I think I'm mentally prepared for how it to be.
Yeah.
And it has been better than how I prepared in some ways. So, it hasn't really been that hard.
The culture shock was the weather.
Yes, the weather.
That was it.
And how, like, kind some people, and the fact that you guys say thank you when you're coming off the bus. Thank you. That's so cute. I always say that, like, thank you. I'm like, hello. And it's like, that's so nice.
The pleasantries.
Yeah.
The Canadians use.
It's the exchange. Like you said, we're nice and polite.
And you guys like a lot of small talk.
Yeah. But it's not, sometimes it's not very deep.
Oh, it's never very deep. It's very surface level.
Yeah.
It's a lot of small talk. My friend, she used to live here, but she lives in Sweden now. And she said the culture shock is like those pleasantries. You miss that when you go to a different country and they're not even
like
there.
That, yeah.
All of a sudden, somebody walks in front of you and grabs something from the grocery aisle and doesn't even say, excuse me. They just
do it.
Oh, but it's this I would have to be, hey, what are you doing? But, like it's real.
Yeah.
It's just rude.
I do appreciate that.
It's about, just rude. Are you going to bring that home with you?
The pleasantries.
No. No.
No, please.
Do you think
you might surprise yourself?
Yeah, it's like going to be second nature.
Okay, but I will say I've become kinder here, like nicer.
Oh.
Like, I have become more mellow and like more, chill and like kind than I usually am.
Do you think that's like a culture thing for Canada, or is it like an age thing? Like you're getting older and you're like,
I'm not old.
She young. What are you talking about?
I'm not old. It's not an age thing. It's a culture thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love it.
oh. I don't know, y'all. You move places, and you talked about like missing your family. Like, how hard has that been? Like, or have you like missed them like deeply? And I know that you had like a loss, so that like also hit home a little bit too.
That's the hardest part.
Yeah.
That's the only part that sucks. Because you're like, and especially when they're doing like things are happening back home, and you're like, oh, I wish I was there. Like going back home and seeing like how much your family has changed.
Yeah.
And now they've grown taller or grown smaller, and it's like, huh. So like it hits that like life does exist without you.
Yeah.
And, like you're not like as big of a factor in their lives as you think you are, and I feel like everything just goes fine without you being there. It's like, wow, so you guys don't need me.
I was gonna say, it sounds like someone's like, I'm main character. Yeah. How is life going on without me?
And it's sad. It's like when like the things we used to do don't happen anymore, and like you just feel like you're stuck in the past and stuck in how it used to be.
Because you're remembering everything.
Yes. And they're like, oh, we don't do that anymore. It's fine. We don't go there anymore. We don't shop there anymore. And it's like, I like this place though. I wanted to go here, and it's different.
Yeah.
And it's really sad, and you miss them. You miss, like, you think, oh, especially when like you're really lonely, and you just think, and you call them, and like they're happy, and you're like, it's like, huh, I wish that was me. So yeah, it's the.
Of course, they miss you.
Yeah,
they do miss me.
Yeah,
they do
for sure.
You better be watching this and better be telling her how much you miss
love
her.
And miss her.
They do.
She wants to hear it. For me, it was like as I was leaving, because this was like the first trip, and I was like, I'm on my own. Here I go. Little birdies flying away. And I had so many people I loved. And it was like, I have like a video of me like, I thought I was going to be a vlogger or something. And like my whole experience in China, that lasted like.
That would have been so cool.
That was
it
dope.
Would have, but it lasted like.
It's hard. It's a long time.
It was hard. It was too much.
Yeah.
I had no space on my phone. But I just remember like moments of just like crying. Like I miss my family so much.
Yeah.
My mom's cooking. My boyfriend, husband. Like it was hard. But then I found people. Yeah. I found people to surround me. I found a group of wonderful Black teachers. Yeah, there were I found some Black teachers. It was like Black people that surrounded me and like took me in in the workspace that I was at, and we just created our own family and our own community, and it was just that's what made living there so much easier
and bearable
and bearable, because I created my own little I had my own little family, and we're still so close to this day.
That's so sweet.
I love them.
That's exactly the same for me.
Is that what you found?
Yes, I found my own group of like Nigerian friends, girls, and it made missing home so much less, because like we all missed home, so like, and we all had each other, and like that's one of the reasons why when I came here I wanted to be with Black Women's Connect, because I was like, I want to be with other Black people, because I would literally just die.
I just
like, it really does help.
Yeah.
It's like when we have events and I see other Black people, it's like, oh, I'm like, I don't miss home as much, because like every other person here looks like me, so it feels better.
Yeah.
So it really does help you. Like when you move, you need to find other Black people, like other even people of color. Like, so like if not, you will lose yourself.
It's the grounding experience.
Definitely.
It's like the shared, like, okay, we're in it together because we know how to, we're learning how to navigate the same type of thing together.
Yeah. The people who've been there for longer, they'll be like, okay, don't go to this spot. Like the food is bad. Go to this one.
This is where you get your hair products.
Yes.
This is where you get your lotion.
Yes.
This is where we get our food.
I have a girl, she'll do your hair.
Yes.
Like those type of things. Oh, your nails, though. I know someone that will do that for you. Like just find other Black people or other people that like look like you, so that you can help. Like they would be your strongest allies and strongest help.
Wow. Maybe when I move to Colombia,
you will find
that. There's a huge Black culture.
Do you see? I said I'm moving, not just visiting. At some point, I'm manifesting.
Moving.
Yeah.
Honestly, I suggest it to anybody.
Yeah.
Like. Even if it's as short as my time of 6 months.
That's still a long time.
It's still a long time, but it will teach you so much, and you will experience so much. And don't be afraid. The world is your oyster. There's so much to experience. There's so much to learn, and there's so much to just, all of the things that I said.
but also, I also think like living abroad outside like in the vein of learning, like learn about yourself.
Yes. Oh, yes.
At like in a way that like if you stay at home, it doesn't afford you the same type of opportunities.
Yes.
Right? Like you lived in Cyprus, now you're in Vancouver, you live in China. There are things and like experiences that you would never have encountered had you not gone away.
Yep.
And like an appreciation for other cultures.
Yes.
Because I feel like there are some people who like, I don't understand this, but don't have their passport and then don't travel outside. I don't understand that. I understand maybe it's like a privilege thing and an access thing, but I feel like, the world, like you said, it's your oyster, and it's also very big and very small, right? There are ways in which you can kind of maneuver if you do have the opportunity. And I am so grateful for the friends that I've made who've moved here. Like that's my circle. Like most of my circle is people who have moved here because I'm from Vancouver. Yeah. And so I'm grateful for those people, but they've gone through it, like the ringer, to like feel comfortable here.
Yeah, and one thing that like moving abroad really helps you with is like cherishing friendships. Like the way I hold friendship to like a different standard now, because like you cannot survive without it. If you don't have your friends, you will literally die of boredom, of depression, of loneliness, because they're the only people that will be there for you, who understand what you're going through. So like it helps you like hold friendships in a different way, in a different space, because like as much as romantic relationships are, you can, like when you move abroad, you can always be stuck in for like, oh, I'm only here for like a certain amount of time.
Yeah.
But friendships like just transcend beyond.
Like you said, you have
Like, shout out to
connections. Yeah, right. But like you have those
guy.
connections that like are gonna last a lifetime. You're gonna, wherever you go, you're gonna have those connections.
Yes. And they really do help.
Yeah. Oh, that was, and like you said, romantic, romantic relationships, like it's not the same. I will stand 10 toes down that friendships are romantic. Friendships can be romantic. You can show care in the same way. Like you can like show up for each other, right? It doesn't have to be like the sexual romantic. You can just be like, oh, we care about each other.
A friend breakup right now.
Oh.
So that really hits.
Oh.
Because friend breakups are worse than romantic
a breakup.
sexual
Yes.
breakups.
Okay,
Those hurt.
Let me say friend break up because we're not. I don't know if we're breaking up,
Oh.
but it's a friend break.
Yeah.
Yes.
So,
But it hurts, right?
It hurts.
Ooh.
It's hard. It's so hard.
Words cannot describe.
Yeah.
It's really hard.
It is.
And so like holding on to those people wherever you are, because they're family, like they're your chosen family.
And like this time difference. And
Yeah.
it's everything. And you can like cannot just go see your friends. You can just call them anytime because like they're asleep. So
Yeah, the time difference.
yes, it's 8 hours now today actually.
Oh.
Yeah, from here in Nigeria or here in like Cyprus. So it's it really does.
How often are you talking to people from home?
Every day.
Yeah.
Every day. I'm always on a call with somebody.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm always calling someone.
Thank God for WhatsApp.
Yeah, I know, right?
Thank God
Like
for WhatsApp.
for real.
Honestly, all the Africans.
I'm always calling someone because if not, like we would literally lose touch. Like we'll lose contact.
Yeah.
Like, and everyone is getting so busy now. So like, yeah.
Yeah.
I often say this. I think about like when my parents first came to this country. Like my dad came to Vancouver, and he had just gotten married to my mom, but he left her back home for like 6 months, kind of trying to get settled before she came. But like they could only talk to each other like once a month, like through like timed phone calls, and like he would write her letters. Like that was their communication. But like how hard would be somebody you just committed to your life to, and then you just
gone.
like you don't get to see them, you barely get to talk to them. The phone call is just like,
And it's very short.
it's short.
Because they couldn't pay for them that many
Yes,
minutes.
Yeah.
exactly.
It's my husband. Godwin.
But yes, I'm very grateful that we have technology nowadays, that we can still connect to people all the way around the world. Definitely. Let's get into the AT.
You want to get into
AITA.
AITA.
Yeah. We're the pros
You guys
over
are the
here.
you guys
So
are the ones that love
yeah,
it.
exactly. So me and Akorede love Emma the Asshole questions. I love watching like podcasters like break it down and how.
Yeah.
So we're like, let's do it. And Akorede was very excited. So I picked a couple that are traveling ones. Okay. So the first one is: am I the asshole for turning around and going home on my way to the airport for a girls' trip? I, 23 female, was supposed to go on a girls' weekend trip to Spain with my longtime best friend of almost 10 years, 24 female, and her other female friend, 28 female, who I was excited to meet. We all live in Germany, but her and her friend live about 3.5 hours away from me. They decided that they wanted to drive through the night, about 10 hours, and arrive in the morning, and said that if I could meet them in their town, I could drive with them. I instead elected to fly over and meet them there since I live so close to the airport. The day before the trip, she texted me a link to book some tickets to a museum that her and her friend had booked. She told me to book for 2 p.m., which is when they booked for. When I clicked the link, the only time slot available was 8:35 a.m. I pretty much was like, whatever, I'll do something else while they're doing that. The night before the trip, I texted her asking her how much I owed her for the accommodations and whatever else we are splitting. This is the second time I've asked her since her friend was the one doing the bookings, and I just assumed I would send them my share when they told me how much it cost. She didn't answer, but I just assumed she was sleeping to prepare for the long drive. The morning of my flight, she tells me that I had to book my own hotel room because they're having a guy friend come over with them that they invited last minute. She sent me a link so I could book at the same hotel as them for that night, but all the rooms were fully booked. I searched around the area too, and all the rooms were booked or very expensive. I really wanted to go, so I just kind of let it go and prepared myself to spend some extra money for a hotel room for myself in a different hotel. But on the way to the airport, I had a gut feeling that I wasn't going to enjoy myself. So I turned around and went home and sent her a text saying that I was just going to sit this one out because I expected it to be a girls' trip. She's being short with me now and thinks I'm being unreasonable. Am I the asshole?
No.
Huh?
No.
N-O capital no.
There's another no in the room. No.
But honestly, right?
There's two other no's.
No.
What?
Oh, nada.
I'm so confused.
There are so many things that are wrong with this.
First of all, last minute person, you're just gonna boot out your friend.
Last minute guy, sis.
Last minute guy. That's the thing. It was a girls' trip. And this girl thought that the accommodations and everything was like sorted. I mean, if someone's telling me, hey, my friend's going to book everything.
We're doing a girls' trip.
I want to seem great. Just send me, like she said, send me like what I owe you.
Yeah.
Where's my share?
What's my share?
Yeah.
I'll pay. No problem.
Huh?
The problem even started from the beginning.
Yeah, really true.
Why are you driving 10 hours in the night to go for a girls' trip?
Oh my goodness.
There's no time for us to girls' trip. If people are driving 10 hours in the night, then you guys be like, oh, let us sleep for a while. Then the entire system is all ruined.
My goodness.
Part of me goes, did that guy join them on the way? Like,
was he the driver?
Was he the driver?
Like, yes, you can come.
Like
that guy.
You know what I mean? I just think that's just so disrespectful. Truly. Especially because this is my friend of 10 years. That's the thing. Yeah. 10 years. And then another friend that she wanted us to meet. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I've known you since high school. And you're going to really put me out to dry like that?
She's playing with the person's time.
Yep.
And also our money.
Yes, that's what... Ooh.
You want me to now book another hotel that will cost me more when you were supposed to have sorted everything out? I mean, I was asking you, you're telling me story. Nah, meant.
Nah, man.
She's not the asshole.
No, she is far from the asshole.
Her friend is the asshole.
Yes. And now the friend is being short with her?
It's a projection. Internally, it has to be a projection because why are you going to be short when you're the one who messed up that person's trip?
Exactly.
That's a lot of money.
That's a lot
of
my time.
I was supposed to be in Spain. Now I have to be back in Germany.
I'd be pissed.
I'd be so mad.
Piss me off so bad.
I mean, part of me would be petty and be like, I'm going to go by myself. I'm going to go to a better hotel in a better place. And you're going to see all the pictures. Do you know what I mean? Enjoy myself.
I wouldn't do that. I would now book another trip with another group of friends. And we will now go. And I'll make sure we have
this is how a girls trip supposed to be.
Yes.
I can make sure we have a better time.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't go that time because if I go that time, I'll just be pissed.
That's true.
Yeah, I'll go another time. When it's not going to be better, you will see when.
Yeah.
You want to waste my time? No.
So anyways, on Reddit, the resounding consensus is that she's not the asshole.
Yes.
She's not the
obviously.
And in this room.
This room, she's not the asshole. Okay. Do we have time for another one? No. Okay.
Oh,
damn it.
Okay. I hope this won't be the last time we have the lovely Akorede here.
Thank you.
We have loved having Akorede on the team.
You've been honestly such a gift and such a light, and you always make things fun.
It's so much fun.
We love having you.
It's so much fun.
And we hope you want to continue to stay with us even after your internships, if that is what it is. But you don't have to say anything. But
you guys,
we just love you
on camera. You guys are seeing me, right?
Yeah.
They would have to pry me. Sanitizer was seeing this, you would have to pry me off. Okay?
I love this girl. Oh my goodness, I love it.
Oh my gosh. Okay, before we end, Akorede, parting words for people who are traveling abroad. Advice, wisdom.
Try new things, but don't be stupid.
You heard it here first.
Don't be stupid.
Don't be stupid.
Things will enter your eye. You want to do and undo and go all out, but remember who you are. Remember where you're coming from.
Yes.
And don't be stupid. You're not the people who were live there. Keep in mind, we have a visa or whatever.
Be smart.
Be smart. Okay. Don't do something you wouldn't do if you were back in your home country. Well, not let me say that, but like try new things, but don't be stupid. Yeah, that's it.
That's it.
Yeah.
I love it.
I like that. That was great.
Y'all, thank you for listening. We are streaming on Spotify, Apple. We're on YouTube, on all streaming platforms. I think you can find us on a website. It's Girl You Know It.
Yes.
Girl, you
thank you.
Know it.
Girl, you know it. I know. Do we need like a
we need to actually catch up. Next time we're gonna do it.
We'll find something.
Thank y'all for listening.
Thank you.
Have a great day, evening, night, whenever you're listening, and hope to for you to listen again the next episode.
Bye.
And bye.
Thank you for listening to our podcast episode. You can find us in all streaming platforms, and you can watch our video recording up on YouTube channel Black Women Connect Vancouver. Until next time.